Heathen thought of the day.
You asked me in the last thought what my weapon of choice would be, and this is somewhat related to that. It's not so much weapon of choice what I would use, but
Didn't even answer
it's
it.
what I like to see in movies, or what makes me kind of squirm, and that would be straight razor, small blade, surgical blade. I'm thinking of Hellraiser 2, Hellbound, and RoboCop 2. I know RoboCop 2 is not a horror movie, but it is a ultra-violent movie, maybe even the most violent movie I've ever seen. And there's a bit in that where a cop with a big mouth who's been working for the evil gang of Karin, he gets hit around the head with a bottle, put on a gurney, and there's this doctor who's working for the gang, and he has a sheet over Officer Duffy, who's strapped to the thing, and he starts tapping on his chest, and he gets out his surgical blade, and he starts cutting down, and all the blood starts to spurt out. And in Hellraiser 2, Hellbound, you get the mental patient who's taken by Dr. Channel and put on the mattress and given a straight razor because he thinks that he has these bugs all over him, and he starts straight razoring himself. I've got a kind of similar thing in Heathen, definitely influenced by that.
It's almost a set dressing moment in your film, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful violence. Beautiful, beautiful violence, yeah. Yeah, so I want to see more straight razors, and I want to see more surgical blades used on people's chests and things like that.
When you mention that, it also makes me realise a lot of people, even people I know, have fear of needles, don't they? That seems to be a thing. I've never really had it.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be, it is.
Sorry. Okay, my thought also leads on from...
You can't do enough damage with a needle, though, to use it in like a horror the same way that you can. It's
like a phobia kind of thing more than...
Yeah, the only thing that's going to make you squirm with a needle in a movie is if you see it put towards the eye, which has already been done anyway. We saw a needle thing the other day in Puppet Master, the long thin needle stabbed into a supposedly dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight razor and surgical blades are better.
I agree. Okay, so I was also thinking from our thought yesterday about death, weapons and all this.
I did tell you to come back for more sunshine, happy talk.
Well, it's a horror channel. What do you expect?
Well, sometimes you're like, I like chocolate, so you don't know what you're going to get.
That was one time. Anyway, I was wondering, this one's a bit more, meaningful rather than just fun and games. Multiple choice. So, what happens after death? People have, for our entire existence, had their ideas, through religion or their own beliefs. And you have actually died.
I've been there.
And come back. Did you experience anything?
Yes.
You did.
It won't be shared now.
No, you don't. I don't think you even shared that with me.
Maybe not.
Interesting.
Because I don't like to think about it very much. It just comes into my head now and again. And when it comes into my head, thank you very much, I'll just sit there and think about it for hours.
Okay. Because we also actually, on, I think it was last week's review, when we reviewed The Lazarus Effect.
What a great movie.
Yeah, that was terrible. But they were like, oh, there's no white light, there's none of this. But there have been a lot of accounts in, of real life happenings where people say that they saw the white light and whatnot. And
yeah, my old driving instructor knew someone who also came back and had a very vivid image of meeting people who were passed on, and he saw them all and he was like there for a while and then sucked back into real life.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not here with an answer. I just find it very interesting to think about. I would say that I'm less inclined to believe that there is nothing after death. I kind of think that there is something that carries on. But yeah, that's just me.
Well, if there is, then you better start living your life right then. Not you, just people in general. Because who knows what kind of justice there could be. It's kind of the thing about, I think about, only 20% of, I think, the Western world make it to 80 years old. So the likelihood is that you're going to be going before 80. So let's just say at best you make it to 79. And you have people in the world who are, I'm not like a communist or anything like that, or anti-money. Everybody, wants money. Money brings freedom and stuff like that. But you've got people who have kind of, let's just say, $10 billion. Even these days, you get people who have like $500 billion. And they're only going to be around, these people, for like another maybe 30, 40 years. And you just think, why are they so desperate to like cling on to it and do nothing good with it? Because you can't, as far as I know, you can't take it with you once you're gone. I just find things like that very strange. If I even had £10 million, let's say, I'll just be going like, right, well, I'm only going to be here for X amount of time. I might as well start spending it and doing this, that, and the other, rather than just hoarding wealth. It's been like people like, Bill Gates of this world and the Zuckerbergs are very strange people, I find. Kind of intriguing. They're intriguing to me.
Yeah, I could go on about what I think billionaires should be doing with their money, but that's a whole nother thought.